virus was killing people. But guess what? There are people out here killing people. The same way that virus is out here doing that, there's people out here doing that. And I feel that the world, the same way we came together about coronavirus, they need to come together. Where's the actors? Where are the rappers? Where are the YouTubers? Where are all these people now who were just so vocal about coronavirus? Why can we not be vocal about a person taking another person's life? There's not a vaccine for that. Same way coronavirus got a vaccine, there's not a vaccine for that. It needs to be the people to say enough is enough. It needs to be the people. The people are the vaccine for this. Now, about the rioting. I know there's a lot of people saying the rioting is wrong. The rioting is not right. They shouldn't be doing that. Y'all, I used to agree in that, but there comes a point in time when how long, since 1960 whatever, it is 2020. 2020. Our great grandmothers and ancestors are dead, y'all. It is 2020. From 1960, 50, we have been protesting, marching, pleading, posting on social media for years. Nobody is listening. When you're finally fed up, because that I don't know who he was. I think he was he was the actor in Spider-Man. He was like, y'all, we can't fight hate with hate, or we can't riot because of this. Sweetie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sweetie. I am sorry. When you are tired, when you're tired, you're tired. And people are tired of the same thing. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense why people have to go to social media, why people have to march because somebody got killed and you have the video. You have the video. Why do you have to march? Why do you have to protest? Why do you have to stand in front of a courthouse where they're not even looking out the window because they don't give a fuck about you standing outside? They're going to make their money regardless. Why do you have to march down a street when you have the video that this man had his fucking knee on somebody's neck and killed him? You saw it. What do you need? What do you need? Over and over again, the guy who was in his car with his wife and his child and got shot. The other person that got shot. The guy that was selling the CD and got shot. What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? So for you to sit here and say that these people cannot be hurt, and the reason they're hurting is because, yeah, it may not have happened to their family yet, but they don't want it to happen to their family. They don't want that to happen. So they're trying to stop it. So what they're doing is when they burn a precinct, that was a message to the people who are doing it. They weren't sitting out here burning down people's houses, or it was a precinct, a jail place. That was a statement like this. I want you to hear me. I want you to hear. I want you to see how I feel. I am hurting. I am mad. I'm tired. That's what that was. I am tired. It wasn't black people being ratchet. being thugs. It wasn't black people being disorderly. It was black people fed the fuck up. Oh, what don't you understand? How is it hard to see? How is it hard to see? I don't even get treated like that, and I'm hurting. I've never lived in the projects, and I'm hurting. I've never had to want for food, and I'm hurting. My mom and dad have had good jobs, and I'm hurting. I've had a good life. I still have a good life, and I am hurting. Why is it hard for people who live good to not hurt? Why is it hard for you not to see it? When you are a good person, when you are a human and you have heart and you have a feeling, you feel other people's pain, period. But you know, it is what it is. When it don't affect you, you don't care. And that is all it is. When it don't affect you, you don't care. And it's not affecting them, so they don't care. Mind you, I don't want to say they and us, but when, oh God, slow down so you can say everything right. I want to make sure I touch on everything. And then people were mad. People were mad that they were burning down Target or whatever. But guess what? That was actually a statement too, because I Googled, because I want to make sure I look up everything right. That was actually a statement too, because they say Target they pay people their little slave wage or whatever. They do, what is it called? Slave labor or whatever. They pay people slave wages and stuff like that in other countries. So that was another thing, like, okay, you're treating people unfair, so they targeted Target. That was another thing that I was like, okay, well, that makes sense why they was burning down and riding a Target, because you're doing slave wages. So that made sense. And then you did the precinct, so that makes sense. It's like, this is a statement. But then I also looked that there was a lady out there, right? There was a lady in a wheelchair, and they said that she was out there stabbing people during the riot. Now, to me, that is theatrics, right? That is theatrics. That, to me, is like, because y'all would be surprised. I'm not stupid. This world is not peaches and cream. It's not what you think it is. And you have to wake up and see everything. I do believe that they do. It's like the police are a gang, the government's a gang, then you have us as people. We're all pieces on a board, right? And I feel that they place people in certain situations to make things look like they're not. So I feel that lady was a part of the government or whatever, or a chess move to make it seem like, see, Black Lives Matter, y'all supposed to be doing this, but y'all out here stabbing people. Why was she out there anyway doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you stabbing the people that you're supposed to be out there helping and believing with? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're out there for the purpose on burning this place down, why are you stabbing the people? You're not really out there for us. You're not. You're out there on a different mission. Your mission was something else. Your mission wasn't to make a statement on how we feel and what is going on. Your mission was confusion. It was to start whatever else. And I guess, I don't know, but it was something else. Then they said that it was a police officer. You know, social media works fast. They post out videos and stuff. They work fast. And they said the guy who started the beating down the Target windows was actually a cop. So it's like, don't try to make what we're doing look bad. You know, I don't know. I don't want to speak too much on it because I don't know if all those facts were real, if he really was a cop, whatever. But you got to look at all that and see. you got to really see if all that comes about and if it was true. But I do believe they do put people out there to make things look worse than what they are. Now keep moving on. The Trump thing. The Trump thing, that what he tweeted yesterday really bothered me. That bothered me too, for the simple fact, you said once they start looting, start shooting. Now, I've been looking at all my social media stuff, and I've been looking at that. And that was the same phrase. That was the same phrase that a racist sheriff said when something happened. Hold on, I got it on my phone. That was the same phrase that a racist sheriff said when this happened back a long time ago. Let me show you guys. Hold on. This shit is crazy. It's just crazy. Like, people don't want to think that he's racist. I really don't believe Trump is for black people. I don't want to make any assumptions, but something about his spirit just doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't sit right with me, and I just don't like him like that. I'm sorry, I just don't like him like that. Okay, this right here. This. Hold on, guys. Okay, this right here. So it was like when the looting starts, when the looting starts, start the shooting or whatever, and that came from a sheriff. Him right here, Sheriff Headley. That's the same thing he said. This was back in 1967, you guys. This was back in 1967 when he said this, and his name was Walter Headley, and this was his newspaper thing. So I guess this was when like the black people were doing something or something was going on, and then somebody said this was fake news. I'm gonna go look it up. I just want to say it. I want to look it up, but this is just what I saw, and if it is fake, then let me know. But if it's not, then okay. But I'm gonna look it up. But let me know if it's fake, you guys, because I don't like to believe fake stuff. But it's still, what he said to me was sad. It's factual. Okay, thank you, Frick, because somebody said fake news. But what he said when the looting when they start looting, start shooting, that was just crazy. And how I took his tweet, because I know I write exactly how I talk, right? I kind of write exactly how I talk. And that's why I tell people, when you text me, I prefer to talk to you through voice message because I feel like you can understand what I'm saying. So, hold on. Let me let y'all hear how I read his message. Now, this is just me, but this is how I read what he wrote about what he said. This is how I took it. And then we're going to get back on what we were talking about. Okay. Now, listen, y'all. This is how I took it. These thugs, now he put thugs in capital letters. Now, mind you, words speak so big, okay? So you said these thugs. Now, that's like you already generalized. I'm going to say it's like you already generalized all those people. Now, all those people out there aren't thugs. That's like me saying all cops are bad. All cops are bad. If I say that, or if I say fuck cops, because all of y'all it is, all cops aren't bad. So you said these thugs in capital letters are dishonoring the memory of George Floyd. Now, I know what the definition of thug means. But those people aren't their one thugs. Those were just hurt people. And now he could have been like, these hurt people are, I can see your community's hurting, but if y'all could just relax and calm down, we could, something like that. Just relax and we're going to try to handle this as quick as possible. But to say these thugs are dishonoring the memory of George Floyd. Now, when you told me dishonoring the memory of George Floyd, this is how I took it. The only memory that was out there was that this man died with a cop's knee on his neck. I don't want that memory. That's the memory I got. What memory are you talking about? Dishonoring what memory? There wasn't a memory out there. The only memory that was out there was that there was a cop that put his knee on this man's neck, killed him, and now there's just people out here protesting, and the cop is just fired. That's the memory I got. That's the only memory I got. The memory that I should have gotten was this cop was fired, and now the cop is in jail. Now, if that would have happened, and the people were doing what they're doing now, then I would have been like, okay, yeah, stop y'all, because they put him in jail, justice was served. There was no memory, Trump. What memory do you want us to forget, Trump? What memory? What memory are we dishonoring? So that's where I was like, okay, what memory are you wanting us to remember? That we out here still sad and upset and nothing happened and ain't shit taking place? Is that the memory you want us to remember? Fuck that memory. That's what I was saying. So then it says, and I won't let that happen. Just spoke to Governor Tim and told him that the military is with him all the way. So you already know that we're upset about the cops, right? Instead of you saying, let me diffuse the situation as the president and tell these people to lock this man up because there is visual proof that this man put his knee on this man's neck and killed him, that they need to put him in jail. Instead of you defusing the situation, you want to throw fire on it and now say, now I want the military to go in there and do what that cop just did to this guy, to these hurt people. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Instead of, just make it make sense, guys. Okay, then he says, any difficulty and we will assume control. But when the looting starts, the shooting starts. When you loot, you're just throwing stuff into windows. A window can be replaced. Guess who's not coming back? All them people you killed. That precinct, all that money I got for these people can be replaced. Guess who's not coming back? Those people. So I see somebody say it needs to be a balance. I understand that, sweetheart. But baby, when you've been talking all your life, holding poster boards up all your life, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, all of them been doing this. They're long and gone. We have been talking forever. Are we supposed to talk until God come back? Now, I know y'all say you're not supposed to fight hate with hate, but like I said, sometimes you have to make a statement. Just like right now, guess what? Trump is going to make a statement. Why is it okay for him? Why is it okay for the military? Why is it okay for the cops? Why is it okay for them to make a statement and shoot and hurt people? Why is it okay for them to make their statement? Look, we gonna make our statement and you better sit the fuck down. Why is it okay for them to make their statement? Why aren't they peacefully protesting for us to stop? Why aren't they peacefully walking with their signs? Who who is that? Peacefully walking with their sign saying, Black people, stop. We want peace. Don't hurt the cops. No, baby. When the looting starts, the shooting starts. That's what the fuck they saying. So why do we have to peacefully walk, hoping to get a good outcome? Why do we have to always hold our hands and pray for our Black kids and people not to get shot? We're tired. We're tired. We're tired. What else did he say? And then also when he had made that other tweet. Hold on. Then where was that other tweet that bothered me? When he said he commended while he, this one bothered me. He, right here, this one bothered me. Hold on. Right here. This was like a thank you and a slap in the in Floyd's face at the same time. Trump said, at my request, the FBI and the Department of Justice are already well into an investigation as to the very sad and tragic death in the Minnesota of George Floyd, right? Okay, great. He said that. He said, now we're going to investigate. But one, you don't need to investigate. You should have just said lock the guy up. But you want to investigate when you don't have to, when there's a video, right? He said, I have the FBI investigating. That's a waste of time. You got the video. You got the video. Waste of time. But in the same time, he turned around and said, I have asked the investigation to be expedited, and I greatly appreciate all of the work done by the local law enforcement. Wait a minute, sweetie. That was, wait a minute, sweetie. Wait a minute. Let's not congratulate them right now when one of the local law enforcement just killed the guy. Can we just not give them any congratulations right now? Let's just focus on what the problem is. We don't need to give them any congratulations right now. Why are we congratulating? They ain't did shit. What did they do that you are congratulating them on? Because right now they ain't did nothing. What they did was they killed this man. So why are we congratulating right now? Congratulating would be that the law enforcement came together and said, look, what's wrong is wrong, and we need to let this man take up for his actions. That's what I feel he should have said. But you gonna say I feel bad for the guy that have the FBI looking into investigating, but I congratulate the local law enforcement for what they've done. Okay. Justice will be served. Okay, girl. Whatever. So I'm just tired. I just wish my rappers, I wish all the rappers, it's just funny. What's funny, I looked at all the girls. I looked at Cardi B. She said something. I looked at Tiny. She said something. Oh, it's so funny. Women be so fast to take up for the black man. And I don't want to pin nobody against each other because I love my race, but all the women have said something. All the women have said something. Now Snoop is saying something. Snoop is. You got Tank. You got Jamie Foxx. You got actors. But when I want the guys who have lived that life, why are you not speaking? Why are you not speaking to the young men who are living that life that you lived, who are in the position to get in that situation with the cop? Where are y'all? And I know y'all saying T.I.'s good though. He's different. I'm talking about the ones. I'm talking about the baby. I'm talking about Lil Keed. I'm talking about Thugger. All these guys who are talking about they in gangs. That's who I'm talking about. Thugger, Lil Keed, the baby, Lil Durk. All these thugs or whatever you want to call yourself. I'm talking about the gang member rappers. Why are you at? This is your time. This is your moment right here. This is your moment. Y'all fuss about all this other bullshit. This is your moment to help your people to get their voices heard. This is your moment. And you're saying nothing. This is what your family, your homeboys are going through. And you're saying nothing. You're saying nothing. And that's why I feel like none of these young guys are taking it serious, because they're people they're looking up to. Instead of, I promise you, if Thugger and Keed and Baby and Lil Baby and all them start writing about it, I promise you, people start saying shit. And I feel, and then I just feel the reason Trump is finna say, when they start looting, start the shooting, that is what you called putting fear back in people's hearts, you guys. Stuff is coming to my head while I'm talking. That is just putting fear back in people's hearts. You know how, like, back in slavery, they had the whip, and they whipped you when you got out of line? It's like, oh, look, boy, you fucking up. Get back in line, because I see that you learning your power. Shut the fuck up and get back in line, bitch. And they whoop you. They see that the black people aren't scared right now. When you got a race, any race, white, black, let me speak this real. When you got any race, white, black, that's why KKK was so strong, because when you got a race that ain't strong, that means that it's not scared, that is a force to be reckoned with. When you have a race or a person that is not scared, that is a force to be reckoned with. And when you see that the black people right now are not scared, they're like, oh shit. Oh the fuck shit. They standing the fuck up. What can we do to get them back in their right mind? We got to get these motherfuckers back under control, because they about to go the fuck off. So what he's doing now is, okay, we finna shoot. No, because these people, they gonna want to die. So if you shoot, they gonna get it together. Trust me. And that's what they're doing. They're putting fear back in your head. And I don't want to say this, but the same way, and I know they're gonna be like, well, Zoe, you go out there. If it comes a time that I have to go out there for my people, I will. But I feel like it's gonna come a time where some black people are gonna probably have to die for this to really be seen. Like, really go out there, and it's gonna be like, you know what? Fuck it. We gotta do what we gotta do for them to understand enough is enough. And I think when the world sees, this is what probably will wake white people up. When they see, oh my God, the government actually is shooting them and killing them. Is it gonna have to take that for the white people to be like, okay, look, y'all, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Why are we killing each other? Why are we killing each other when we could just sit down and let's talk about this? I feel like that's when I feel it's gonna have to get there. And if I have to go out there one day for that, I promise to God I will, if it's gonna make a difference. But it hasn't got there. It hasn't gotten there yet. But I promise you, I feel that's gonna happen. Because I'd be damn if any slavery type shit comes back. That's out of the picture. That's out of the picture. I don't know. I don't get why people, I just don't see why people are racist. I can't understand it because I'm not, but I don't see how you hate somebody because of their color. And you want to, and this is how I try to get people to understand. This is how I try to get people to understand how people view black people. This is how our race has been built, right? Let me, this is a good example. Okay. So you know how you have a haunted house. Let's see if this makes sense. It made sense to me when I was saying it in my head just now. You know how you have a haunted house, right? When you go to a haunted house, it's like people are talking about the haunted house. Oh, the haunted house is scary. It's scary. It's, oh my God, it's this, it's that, it's crazy, blah, blah, blah. That's how you view a haunted house. That a haunted house is scary. You got these killers in there. They're going to get you and da-da-da-da. That is the haunted house. So you got the black people. Oh my God, they're scary. They're this, they're that, they're big, they're terrifying, they're this. But I know it's funny, but it's real. But when you go in that haunted house, that everybody makes it like it's supposed to be this big scary haunted house. It's terrifying. It's this and that. But when you go in the haunted house, when you go to the 13 stories, or you go to all these stupid little haunted houses, you go in and it's like, bitch, this shit wasn't even scary. It's actually, what the fuck? I don't know if that makes sense to y'all, but that's how I feel like they view black people. That we're this big, scary, haunted house, and we're gonna get you, and it's terrifying, and oh, it's bad, and it's this, and it's dark. But when you really sit down and talk to the black person, they have a fucking story. They have a story. You have, like, I know y'all talk about these thugs and these gangsters, but you gotta look at what got them to that point. You have, because their daddy didn't have good jobs and stuff, and then whatever, now it's like they didn't have somebody to raise them, so then they're looking to the streets, and they have a story. I'm not saying it's okay to go out here and become a thug and then you get away with what you do, but I feel like I understand you go down that route, but you need to learn now from that path. They're just hurt. I feel thugs are just hurt people. They're hurt people. But if we would have got the same chance as a white person, I promise you, I don't think there would be any thugs and gangs, because we will all have the same opportunity. Now, I want to show y'all this video that I watched the other day, and it made a lot of sense to me. It was so beautiful. I sent it to my brother, and I want y'all to watch this, okay? I just been over here looking at everything. Everything's been going through my head. Just everything. Okay, y'all, hold on. This video right here speaks so many volumes to me. Okay, here we go. I hope my phone don't die. Now listen to this, y'all. I don't know if y'all seen this already, but this is so dope to me. Listen to this. Hold on.
Shoulder to shoulder. Take off your backpacks. Basketball, line up. We're about to race. Hey, we are racing for a $100 bill. The winner of this race will take this. The $100 bill. Before I say go, I'm going to make a couple statements. If those statements apply to you, I want you to take 2 steps forward. If those statements don't apply to you, I want you to stay right where you're at. Take 2 steps forward if both of your parents are still married. Take 2 steps forward if you grew up with a father figure in the home. Take 2 steps forward if you had access to a private education. Take 2 steps forward if you had access to a free tutor growing up. yours.